What a beautiful piece of music that one is to start the day. Hello everybody, this is Enchanted LifePath TV, Truth Podcast channel. I've got to put my hours in on this channel. I'm not far away from it getting monetized basically, so I've got to put the hours in on this one and then the other one. So I've already passed my little threshold for when. Well, I'm not getting a payout from YouTube for June, which means July I'm not getting paid on that. So, but since then, because it landed on £55 and there's a minimum payout of 60, but since then I have gone over the threshold, so that means I'm going to get paid out like next month by YouTube. So I'm happy with that basically. You know, I don't want to take £1 million a month out. Well, I'd love to, but it's never going to happen. So within this little window now until the end of, or till around about the 8th of July, I may operate just on this channel and the other backup channel. This one being closest to the hours, so that's what I'm just going to do for a little bit, maybe just try and operate on these for a bit. There's some subscribers over here. All the regulars all know exactly where to find me, and we've got some of you in here today. We've got We Can Be 3. We've got, good to see you as well, we've got Helen, nice one for making it, YouTuber as well, Pond Patrol, and yeah, that's it. I'm away to work. Hopefully this live will be on when I'm finished. We're done. 2 pedos out of town Thursday. Police need to check themselves. Wow. We Can Be free. We got them banged to rights. Says We Can Be free. Just come in with a good little update there. No doubt we'll hear more about that story. But if it conflicts with court cases or arrests or anything like that, maybe not until after the court case. We've got 4 people watching. Don't expect a big crowd over here today, but we can build it up over the course of, I don't know, as I said, till around about the 8th of next month. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to discuss We Can Bring You Hope, go into a little bit of detail about it, and just once again highlight the concerns which I've got around that whole establishment. We're going to look at some of the company books, etc., and see how some things don't line up. But also at the same time, not here just to cast total opinion and present facts, maybe ask some questions. Maybe you in the audience will be able to help me out a little bit with that. So it's good to see everyone. It's good to see some people here watching. Those of you who've got notifications, anyone else coming in later on, we will, just thanks for coming later on. Basically, is the mic okay? Just let me just do a quick sound check. With that, basically, you know, I don't want to take £1 million a month. It sounds fine. Yeah, that's all okay. Just let me just do a last little phase of checks. And that's it. That's how easy it is, Cam. From cracking places. See that? It'll suck me, 5 seconds? Or as he all sorted before the stream, obviously, just making sure I didn't have my mic turned off. And do you know what? There's an article linked in the description here. It's obviously the Tim Mullen one again, because that's where all this stuff is. But I'll just drop it into you in the chat now. Nice one. Just let's see. Article featuring We Can Bring You Hope. I haven't got none of my little red dot things. That doesn't matter. Just do that, and then I'm ready. I'm good to go. Come on, pin. No, I can't pin it because I'm not over on my main channel. Because I'm coming in from my main channel. But anyway, never mind. I thought it would have let me. Right, there's the link for you anyway. If anyone wants to follow this over on the listen and then just follow on the website, you can do. I should have put this live stream up there on the website, to be honest with you, but never mind. Cam's got to look at Timmy editing, or maybe they look like, because they're both bloaters. No, Cam's mum on her Facebook says that she's military. So I just wonder whether that's another military. Military or police connection to these YouTubers. We know we've got a shitload of them. Molly Golightly spent her life living on military bases and shit. You've got Doug loves running around telling everyone that his father was a police officer for 44 years. Not doing that without becoming a Freemason, in my opinion. Tiffany Marie, we all know she's got police connections. We even know Benny's got police connections in his family. Who else does a few? Cam, his mum says military. Q Carlock, she says military as well, doesn't she? She was in the Air Force. We've got them quotes on this channel, in fact, on the podcast channel. Jason Thrud looks like a drill sergeant. That's what I always say about her. Looks like a drill sergeant. So is she military as well? Nice one, because that's going to be something that I'm going to come around to. That's something that I'm going to be coming back around to, the chasing through stuff. Definitely. Certainly all them connections when you start looking through this article, this website, and you type in Levi Page, or over on Timothy Charles Homseth reports. Now, I've put a few of these out to you on community pages and stuff. There was one video that I done covering it all. What channel is that over on? That's over on Rumble now. But yeah, all of this stuff with this vast paedophile ring, or allegations of them being a paedophile ring, this Levi Page, Trisha from Web Sleuths, Tracy, Chasing Lies, Levi Page, Gray Hughes, everyone basically Relic Revo talks about. So if you're out there, Relic Revo, kudos to you on that one. Even if you are a pain in the ass sometimes, you know I don't mind it. Just need a break sometimes from you, and that's not saying that in a bad way, that's just saying it literal like. So if you are about, you can come back. as I said, I just need a break from you sometimes. You're a bit hardcore. I'm trying to enjoy my fucking summer, and you're wanting me to go to war with everyone. Just like, no, in my own time. So look at the next Jeffrey Epstein. So all of this type of stuff is something that we're going to come back to, and this is the circle of friends between Chasing Truth, or Chasing Lies, the drill sergeant, your likes of Web Sleuths, all that lot, and this man here, Levi Page, central, pivotal, the glue that binds them all together. And when you read the I'm going to drop this in the chat for you. Is anyone out of interest just knocking about now may want to open that and read? Chris, hello mate, hello. Going to see some not newer faces, maybe old faces, but we're going to see some different faces, no doubt, over on this channel, just because of just the way the subscribers are built up in this one. So I will get Relic's cool. Relic is cool. As I said, though, just gets a little bit hardcore sometimes, and then starts fighting with everyone. I just can't be bothered dealing with it sometimes. But she knows the script, though. Don't discredit anything she says. Do not discredit anything she says. Chasing Lies, Gray Hughes, best mates. Yep. And where do we see Fizzle saying oh, yeah, look, I've got a screenshot. One momento. I went to pause it then. Where's my screenshot? Yeah, just let me just have a little mooch, and then I'm going to get going. Just let me lash that up a sec, and then if I just go, bet you she had no idea where this would lead to. So I'm just going to bring the screen back on now. I'm sure I've got a hotkey for that. Right, look, I follow the Hughes fella for Kanenka and another guy. So there's Fizzle saying that she followed Gray Hughes, which we all know then connects back into the Chasing Lies and Web Sleuths and Levi Page sort of realms of this shitty old corner of YouTube. Yeah, if you think of any other police or military associated connections within, I know for a fact Michael Vaughan's mum, she's another one, family from the Marines or something like that. But I'm wondering whether that's merchant sailors or something like that. Now, she gets a little bit of leeway because I can't quite be sure, but I've got loads on Gray Hughes. Is this Relic Revo now? Is that who you are? We can be free. It's okay if you're okay to be Relic Revo again. on. I get you. I get you. I'm just waiting for that response and then I'll get going then. 7 people watching. Thank you very much. I'd put the same effort in if we've got 7 people watching or 70 or 700. Who gives a shit? It's free on the ELP TV. Let's have a look. Don works in a military base in Utah, he says. Yep, he did say that. Beaver, hello there. You haven't missed nothing yet. Nobody coming in just yet has missed anything. Just some intro music and the hellos. But I will be getting going in a moment. I'm just waiting on. We can be free. Is that relic? And if you don't want to say if it is, I understand at the same time. I've got a feeling that maybe. I think it is. I can't read this. Is it FA? I can't read it. But hello to you as well. And yours is like any names like this, thought so. Well, you've heard what I've said anyway, yeah. Do you know what? Any names like this, they're hard to tag as well, knowing all the, look like, for instance, we can be free, do you know, just in the goodbyes. But at the same time, I get it. It can just be the choice. Maybe even a layer of security as well. Yeah, there's Chris as well. We need to get Chris in. And Palm Patrol. Palm. And Mum Me. Mum Me as well. Everyone's still in here. So yeah, it's just a little bit hard just to tag them names. I can't read it. What's it say? AF. I can't read it. I've got no idea. None. But anyway, yeah, should we get going? There's 10 people watching, or close to 10 people going. Of course, the articles are linked. The articles are in the bottom. The articles are just in the description, because I can't pin it. We can brief hoaxes, I believe so. Hoaxes and maybe even pedo rings embedding into places to then perform damage control, which is what we've said all along, haven't we? Basically, us lot, that's what we've been saying. Relic Revo, Helen will tell you the same. Everyone will say the same, like, and you only... Tallulah, hello there. Get your name up in some sort of lights. Hola. Yeah, I do still believe that they're all hoaxes. I've said it all along. Rings doing damage control, and wait till we do get round to all that Relic Revo shit. But today, we've got this mysterious one, and we're going to be posing some more questions about these. Was it the Witch Cam and Ali video? There's a few last week. Still haven't finished with them 2 clowns, but you know they tend to fuck off for a couple of weeks while they've got to sort their lives out and pop back up with a load more bullshit. And I did warn Cam. I said last warning, if I see anything from like common sense through crime again, because you know, just like if I see anything over on her page where she's upset about you or you're having a go at each other, I'm just gonna go for you, Cam, because you're an idiot. And I think there's much worse people out there than common sense through crime. Is that a name? I think so. You know what? Yeah, the Amazon wish list. What the fuck? What the absolute fuck on earth? That disgusted me. That's why I've had a break for a few days. That was the last time I even done a video, weren't it? And I was saying I'm demoralised. I weren't like literally demoralised, but you know, I was fucking gutted because all we do is sit here calling all these scammers out left, right, and centre. And then the next thing we see is Cam coming out and asking everyone for a fucking iPhone when he's allegedly on the road looking for vans and all sorts of crap because whatever's going on in his life. And you know, it's just get your priorities right. There's Av girl. Cam is a druggie. Cam is a brutal. I've never seen so many drugs in my life. Well, in the UK, let's say the UK, we don't deal with the same level of drugs. We've got, like, as far as I know, there's like weed, cocaine, crack, and smack. And if there's a difference between crack and smack, I don't even know. That's the end. There's the other things like ecstasy and all that. I can't rule them out, but it's not like fentanyl and fucking meth and shit like that. Even though there's some moody ones. I've seen a news report about Stoke-on-Trent the other day having... yeah, good shout, Helen. I don't believe they have children. Good shout. Well, they're either good at keeping them out of cameras or the microphones or out the way completely, or they live stream at different times. And it's, so I get you there now, I get you. I didn't know whether that was an American town or something, but I can see what you're saying there, Della. And well done as well, good work. Any town with 2 less is a better town, it is, and it's a safer town, so well done there, well done. Yeah, without knowing exactly, I'd say I wouldn't rule that out at all, Helen. I would not rule that out at all. I would not rule that out at all, far from it. So yeah, so we get started on this. We can bring you hope, or we can bring you nope. I'm going to have to leave chat to do so, obviously, but I'll keep bouncing back in and out of chat, and yeah, let's do this. Let's get this show on the road. So obviously I'm taking my lead from the Tim Mullen article because it's got all this info about all these clowns. I think this is over 8,000 words now. But if we just do a quick Control and F and then type in, we can bring you hope, and then we get to where we want to be, which is just here at the start. Now, look, we're about what? We're 3/4 of the way, or certainly 2/3 of the way. Yes, I'd say more like 2/3 of the way down this page here. So there's a lot of information above it. Now, the way this sort of reads on from here, you'd think that doesn't sound like the start of something, so it's not. It's actually a continuation of this whole article, so just forgive me on that. But I have tried to sort it out a little bit. I did change this sort of paragraph a little bit, just so it doesn't sound like I'm just jumping in at something and you're meant to be like, oh, what the fuck's he talking about? So look at all these. Look at them. I'm going to read this little intro off, right? And then I'm going to play this video. This is going to be our first port of call where we land today. And then I've got a lot of information and a lot of questions which then pop up around We Can Bring You Hope. Anything that you see with a blue link like this, or an image like this, link through to the original sources. Okay, so this is the We Can Bring You Hope website, and so that's just an example for anyone who is navigating around the website or the article. Most images have got the source link in them. You just click it, it'll open up on a new tab for you, simple. And then obviously anything that you see like this, which has just got a hyperlink underneath it, you can tell. So yeah. So anyway, right, so we've got We Can Bring You Hope, or We Can Bring You Crisis Actors, right? Next up, it's We Can Bring You Crisis Actors, featuring Lamplight Theatre's very own synthetic Cynthia Bennett, Timmy Yimmett, Editon and friends, who provided the supporting cast to Robin Lane, her flyers, a new website by Tim Mullen, and Don and Candus Wells, along with We Can Bring You Hope, who are now known as We Can Bring You Crisis Actors. Well, why are they called that? And let's find out. So, yeah, I'm going to play this quick little intro. It's only a 5-minute one, but it's that little perky thing. It just gives you a little bit of an idea, some visuals early on as to what exactly is going on with this lot completely. And there's a lot of questions that spawn from this and towards We Can Bring You Hope. And it's certainly Michelle here, because this is the woman who we hear having a conversation with John. These are the people who then, after I published my reports back in February, by March, she deleted every podcast off her podcast website page, which is different from the YouTube, from the actual website. This is www.wecanbringyouhope.org, and we're looking at the page now /our-team. Okay. Over on the website, the podcast channel, which we're going to see in a moment, after I published my first report connecting them to Robin Lane, Tim Mullen, etc., flyers, all these crisis actors from Lamplight, what did she go and do? Deleted all that hope. So do you know all these families that she worked with? She deleted all that hope that she was there to provide them. Why? Just because I published my reports on? Why? Why have you deleted all that hope? So, yeah, that's what we're going to get into now. Just let me just do this on, do you know what, Control and Image. Just let me see if that pops the... Yeah, I thought I had a hotkey in there. So that just does that for us. And then what am I going to do? I'm going over into full screen mode, which does not look. Just let me put a screen in here then. Full screen, scene, display capture. Right, I'm just coming at us. Come on. Adam, just adding a display capture. There's one in there, but it looks crap. It's not working. Now we've got one. Now we've got a screen. Right, so we can just take it away, Joe. You can see that, can't you? Just let me have a look. You can see the screen now in full screen mode. Yep. So let me just go live. Click live. Yep. Yeah, that's better. Right, okay. We are good. We are good. Cam can't string a sentence together. Gets me mad, all this fluffing about you. I know all that pissing about and taking 45 minutes at the start of every single live stream that he does.
Hey everybody, this is Michelle.
Anyway, I'm going to knock the mic off. Let's just watch this for approximately 5 minutes.
Hey everybody, this is Michelle from We Can Bring You Hope. Let me just, we're working on people down there to help. We have some that we have and some people that are focusing on, doing, some more prayer visuals,
It's about Summer Wells. It's about finding that baby.
There's a website that's just been created. It's called findsummerwells.com.
I just wished I had some help.
Well, that's what we're working on. You know what I mean? We're working on getting people down there.
Absolutely. Yes, Tim Mullen right there. He's the one that made it. He created the way
some more prayer visuals. I can't help but say that we have to pray.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no. I was going to say that she has fire.
Actors and make them do prayer circles. We can bring you Christ actors.
It's not about us, Father God. This is all about you, Father God, Lord. Please let someone come home, Father God, Lord. In the name
prayer
of
circle. Fake tears.
please pass these out. We let them stack over there on the table. Again. And I'm just going to say out this.
Shut up
If you
to
don't know
me!
Jesus,
Shut up
please
to me!
let him be the Lord of your life. You are missing out. I said, if anybody here doesn't know,
Nobody face. Didn't touch your face one bit, a liar. See it? She does it again. It's not the first time she does it. Again, we see. Woo! We can bring you Christ actors. Christ actors. We had his family members coming over yesterday threatening to sue me for saying that Timmy is an actor. Timmy is an actor. Also saying that Timmy plays Roblox with kids on Roblox. He does. Fucking crazy, flocking crazy. Crisis actors flocking crazy. Flocking crazy, flocking crazy. Crisis actors flocking crazy, flocking crazy, flocking crazy. Crisis actors flocking crazy.
And that's what brought me here.
Shut the fuck up and hurrah! Right, so I'm just going back over into the normal screens. ELP 2023. Hello everybody. Let me come back over. Just say. Don't mind my singing. Timmy, no one gives a fuck what you're saying. Timmy. No one cares. Absolutely not one person. Clementine, I agree that Robin and David D is suspect as fuck. So do I. So do I. So do I. Shut the fuck up, Robin. You're so transparent. You see through like a piece of sellotape. I would love to wipe the smile off her fake face. I think she hit the handler. She handled the kids. Robin Lane, that one was aimed at. I can tell just because of the nature of the comment. And I agree. Also, so Lula, you're not having a good time here in the comments, are you? Well, LOL, where's that weird ass woman from last week? With the game, Pletting the Balloons. That was hilarious. Holy shit, Ronnie, and I forgot her name. Ronnie, yeah. Fucking hell, looked like the Tennessee Chainsaw Masochist, didn't he? Anyway, so let's go and do this. Let's go and dig into Michelle from. She's not quite Michelle Hope in Hell, but she's Michelle We Can Bring You. Crisis actors. Michelle Hope in Hell is the one who walks around the dogs. Oh, God, these fuckers, these people. So, the first time we saw Tim Mullen, remember this is the Tim Mullen article, was at the first vigil for Summer Wells held by Timmy Editon and the Lamplight Theatre crisis actors who were thrust into the spotlight by the media, with WJHL promoting and reporting on the weird events. But they weren't reporting on them as weird, you know, they were promoting them, sorry. It was during the first vigil that we saw Robin Lane handing out a load of flyers when she said, "Oh, we now have a website, findsummerwells.com. Thanks, Tim Mullen. He's the one that made it." So then she pointed at Tim and everyone said, thank you, Tim, as the camera panned to him. He was seen holding his finger up to his lips saying, shut the fuck up, Robin, shh. This was when he was still trying to be invisible. If you can remember, he was saying this, as he used to say in his anti-YouTubian dialect. That exchange alone held many factors, and it was just funny how Robin, who blew his cover, how Robin, who blew his cover, but it was what was in Robin's hand and how they got there. Just let me read this again. That exchange alone held many factors, and it was just funny how it was Robin who blew his cover. But it was what was in Robin's hand and how they got there, along with all them people, and who put them all there in one place is my next point of interest. We can bring you crisis actors. That's exactly, just to give you the answer, just to not beat about the bush and fuck about. We can bring you crisis actors. They're the ones who put them there. Right? I need to play this video, which may be a long one, so I'll monitor the chat and just keep popping back in, because this helps us build the foundation. So Tim the Tool Man, yeah, because what happens, right, this is when wait there, cough button. I'm sure I just put it on and then off. Yeah, it went on and off too quick, so you probably heard the cough. Right, what happened was, this was March, no, this is about February, it tells you, this is about February or something. Say this is February, right, when I just put all this together, we can bring you crisis actors, blah, blah, blah. Don Wells, because she said to him, let me be clear as day to you here. What Michelle, this woman, what she said to Don Wells was, we need to work on doing some more prayer vigils and getting some more people down there to do some prayer vigils. And Don Wells went, as if to say, oh, fuck them gang of weirdos, you can't be bothered with that lot. But, okay, and she goes, oh no, it's important. I think we need to pray. I think we need to pray. And pray. And yeah, she was a complete load of shit. Because what she done is sent all these crisis actors there. We've heard her saying prayer vigils. We need to do more prayer vigils, right? So on September the 5th, 2021, an interview popped up on YouTube between Don Wells and We Can Bring You Hope, who are alleged to be advocates for the missing. It was during that interview that the host, who is Chief Executive Officer of We Can Bring You Hope, a lady named Michelle, we're going to see her surname shortly, declared that she was doing things behind the scenes and was working on getting more people down to focus on doing some more prayer vigils, to which Don Wells laughed and then made a sarcastic hocking sound. So that's why he went, as if to say, oh, fuck that. She also mentioned having her own flyers for summer and operating her own tips line. Moody, right? It was after a spat with the most hideous true slimer of all, Tiffany Marie, that We Can Bring You crisis actors gave breadcrumbs that helped put this next part of the pudding together, okay? So We Can Bring You crisis actors, so that's where I'm gonna just leave it there for now, and then play this video, even if it's a long one. Anti-YouTube and dialects, exterminate. People are not having a good time here, with all these comments being held back. We've got like 0 mods as well, just to, if the mods can sort that type of stuff out, Helen. Where's what? I can't even do that. Oh, we'll sort it next time. I've just tried to make mods, but no. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, like I said, get this video on the go. And see you in the comment section. Hello everybody, this is Enchanted LifePath TV. I'm over on a Blog Talk Radio page which belongs to We Can Bring You Hope, who I have been referring to recently as We Can Bring You Crisis Actors. Now, the reason why I say We Can Bring You Crisis Actors is because these conduct an interview with Don Wells in the summer of 2021. In it, we hear Don Wells say, oh, we need help. And the lady replies to him by saying, oh, well, we're getting people we're getting people down there to help. We're getting people doing all different things. We're going to be doing another couple of vigils. So that tells me that it was these people who were laying on them vigils that we do know were full of crisis actors from Lamplight Theatre who were there trying to sway public opinion around the Wells family in a positive manner and pushing the abduction theory, which in my opinion, I was always wondering and still wondering today, why have I got actors telling me how to think and how to feel and how to perceive the case and what we're seeing in the case and the family as well. So when we just go to around about 15 minutes here, we'll hear the start of the lady speaking about getting people down there, and then towards around about the 19-minute mark, that's when we hear Don saying, oh, we need help, and then that's when we hear the lady saying what she says, which makes me now suspect that it was these who were sending all the crisis actors down. And then I posed the question, is Tim Mullen ever in communications with these people? Because they also admit to making the flyers that Robin Lane had in her hand when she points out Tim Mullen as well. So we've got all these people and crisis actors and Tim Mullen and connections in the church all there in one place, all seemingly put together by communications which have been made by We Can Bring You crisis actors. Let's have a quick listen.
Focusing on summer, and just, what would you say to the people that have Summer? Or that took Summer?
Well, I've said a lot of things to the people that's got her.
Right.
Tried to address that. Apparently, they don't care. And I've been going around here, around our area and other areas at night, and.
So just a quick head note there. John saying that he's been going around other areas. Would this be when you were travelling around Beige Mountain and you said you had a gun and then you spotted a 5-year-old girl on the corner, so you were creeping around there, and then the parents came out and started accusing you of trying to take the kid, but you were saying that you were going to tell the parents, look, your kid's just dancing here, where's your ear, get your kids in. But yeah, that was a very odd story.
And on the night, but in the evening, and but you just meet a lot of opposition. People don't want you in around their areas. That battle that you're trying to fight against the whole world, trying to find your little girl and everybody's fighting all the way around. And there's these areas and these people you just got to question them. You got to get in there. You know what?
Right.
And how do you do that? How do you fight a criminal element or whatever and get inside their head or whatever?
So what he's building up to now, and why I'm letting him play through, is because he's now going to turn that into, and both of them between them are going to turn that into, like, John's making a plea for help, and she explains how she's getting people down there to help and do things.
We've done a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, and a lot of it we haven't even shared with you. We've given you bits and pieces of stuff.
So she says, that we've done a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and quite a lot of that we haven't even told you. We've just give you bits and pieces of stuff, but she's just said there that she's been doing things behind the scenes in regards to Don Wells and Summer Wells, etc. Let's just listen.
And there's a reason why we do that, because I don't want anything that we have found or, that we've dug into, I don't want that released to the public because I don't want it to jeopardize Summer's case.
So this is the lady who put her own tips line on the flyer that she made and sent them to the printers to be printed off. 4,000 of them, and then Robin Lane picked them up. We're going to see that in their own video, which is over on YouTube shortly.
If it turns out to be something that can be helpful, we turn everything over to CBI, and we give.
So if they get tips in their tip line, if they consider it could be helpful, they turn it over to CBI. So she's just said there that she's vetting tips as well, basically. How does she know? She may just think it's not something that's not helpful, but another person may see it and it may be helpful, and so who's deciding which tips are helpful and which tips are not helpful here?
Everything that we find to them. Spoken to a couple other people that we've given, that we've decided that we thought it was a good thing to do. They were,
So she's speaking to other people, but she's just been speaking then about things that they find, which is one thing, but this lady as well was operating her own tips line. Now, okay, that can just be gathering info, but again, she's saying, she's just said there, anything that they find, that they think's worthy, they'll send over. So was the same approach taken towards the tip line as well? Was it on there say what was worthy of going to the police or what was not?
They were, search organizations and, and things like that. But
So she just spoke about search organisations as well. I just wonder if that's any of these ones that started popping up as well on the back of things. Like we've seen Chris Dines with First to Deploy. His company was only set up in September 2021 on the back of Summer Wells going missing. We've seen them working alongside the private investigators for Don Wells. seen them on the news. We heard Cam from Cracking Cases talking about working with all non-profit organisations, divers and drone flyers and all this. So did We Can Bring You Hope have anything to do with any of them communications and putting any of them people together?
But we also have, you know, a group of people, like I said earlier, that we are getting together, that, you know, we're going to come down there and we're going to do some things down there. I'm not going to be specific about it, but, you know,
Okay, so she just said that she's getting a group of people down there that was on about 16 minutes and 30 seconds up to 16 minutes and 45 seconds. Getting a group of people down there who are going to be doing things. Just let me see if I can drag it back. And yeah, so what was it? Who was the group of people? Where were they going? Would they go with the vigil people? Would they go into the vigils?
That we thought it was a good thing to do. They were, you know, search organizations and, you know what I mean, and things like that. But we also have, you know, a group of people, like I said earlier, that we are getting together, that, you know, we're going to come down there and we're going to do some things down there. I'm not going to be specific about it, but, you know,
who were they? And why wasn't she going to be specific about it?
We don't just sit on our hands. You know, we try to, you know, dig in and do what we can.
Right. But, you know, I don't know what the police are doing. I feel like I need to go out and look in certain areas.
So now, what we're going to build into now is Don Wells again building into asking for help, which he then says, I need help, and listen to the response when we do finally get there. It's going to come over the next couple of minutes. But listen to what she says about doing more. She's got people going down there. She then says that she needs to do another couple more vigils. So that's my whole point here. These people laying on the vigils, laying on actors, shaping the perception. Why?
Yeah, because I do have a past. And I know, you know, if I was in one of these places, I would want my dad to come looking for me at all costs.
Right.
I just wished I had some help.
Well, you know, that's what we're working on. You know what I mean? We're working on getting people down there to, you know, help. We have some people that we have, you know, that are focusing on helping you do some of that, and some people that are focusing on, you know, doing, you know, some more prayer vigils, which, you know, I know that sounds, it just, I can't help but say that we have to pray.
So, you've just heard her saying that they're working on getting people down there, and then, as a side note, he said that they're going to be doing more prayer vigils. We heard Don Wells laughing, and then we heard someone go and just make like a hawking noise, basically, as if, I don't know whether someone was pretending to put the fingers down the mouth, as if to say like, that makes me sick, but yeah, that's what you heard happening then. So, if I can just come back to just before I started it, then we hear her mentioning flyers. So if I just play it through from about here.
And, you know, we've done that since we opened in 2016. And so, you know, or 2017, sorry. And we, you know, we can get information over to police, and, you know, it just, that's what it is, you know, and it helps. It helps, you know, all of these cases that, you know, that we work on, not just Summer. So, you know, I would be amiss if I said, if I put Summer's flyer out there and didn't have our tip line on there, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. People don't have to call that, but it's there if people want to call that. I'm not forcing anybody to call that.
Okay, so she just mentioned the flyers and that they designed, and the tip line, which you were speaking about earlier. Okay, let's just pop over to another video now, which we can see on YouTube, on the We Can Bring You Hope YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm over on the We Can Bring You Hope YouTube channel on a video which was uploaded on the 16th of October 2021. It's called Truth, Biscuits and Coffee. Down the bottom here we see it is the We Can Bring You Hope YouTube channel. It's got 117 subscribers. The description says Truth Biscuits Part 2, Rumour Milk Questions and Answers, and then it just goes on about the song. Now, what's going on here is a little bit of a spats opens up with none other than Tiffany Marie. This video is an example of the falsehoods we continuously have to clarify over and over. So then God only knows where else. So this is Tiffany Marie going on about one of the flyers, and then when we drag it back to the 1 minute mark, we see here, correct, this was our original flyer, and it was created approximately July the 7th. They were sent to the printer in Kingsport, where we paid 200 out of pocket for 4,000 flyers. I have actually got a photograph on my computer of Robin Lane, where she's taking a photograph outside the printer saying that she was there picking flyers up. It now says the flyers were picked up by a local church member who we know, or let's believe it was Robin Lane based on all the evidence, and were mailed out across the country and distributed locally. Now, we heard Robin Lane say that she sent them as far as Mexico, didn't we? So this is confirming that, look, correct, that was our original flyer and it was created approximately July the 7th. They were sent to the printer in Kingsport, where we paid 200 out of pocket for 4,000 flyers. The connection was then a church member, as it says here, who picked them up. And again, we know Robin Lane had them. So what this does, this connects again, as I'm saying, the little team that's getting put together. You've got Robin Lane, Tim Mullen. They formed, according to Benny Keys, half of the uppers, alongside Benny Keys and the investigators, the private investigators, someone called Shannon as well. So yeah, what's Robin doing? We know Robin was scrubbing out the red truck. We know Robin's timeline's all over the place. We know Robin lies about when her last memory of summer was, etc. All too sneaky and underhanded. But what about We Can Bring You Hope, and what about what they've just said in regards to getting people down there and doing a load of vigils? Let's go and look at the vigils, shall we?
Satan has no hold on here. No. Satan has to flee at your name, in the name of Jesus. Demons have to flee at the name of Jesus. Yes. Yeah.
So who we've got here is Timmy Editon, who we know is from the Lamplight Theatre. Also got connections to the same church as Brandon Lawson. He's got his hands on Tim Mullen. This was this first vigil. There's synthetic Cynthia Bennett, who the back of her head, you can see a green bubble. There's synthetic Cynthia Bennett's green bubble. So, not that I'm actually reporting news on her, but I was just being sarcastic towards her. So this is the prayer vigil, this is that one. And then we've got Robin Lane, and then the synthetic Cynthia's fake performances. I'm going to be showing all of this in more detail on my computer again. I'm going to go through all of this where I can show like the screenshots, but this is quite still a good little breakdown of all these weirdos. Never trusted none of these actors. We've got Janessa Botticelli in the background there, calls herself Daddy's Butterfly. So yeah, the stage was set. Who by We Can Bring You Hope.
Like love of the Lord. Yes, Father God, thank you, Jesus, for being. Yes. He's a miracle.
Now, on her Facebook profile, says actor. She likes acting. We'll see some more of the other weirdos in a moment.
Yes, Father. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Yes, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for all of us. I know somebody that needs that, Father. As everyone has.
There's Tim Mullen, got this woman hyperventilating here in front of him, acting. Tim Mullen there. Robin Lane, got all the flyers in her hand. She's going to tell us Robin Lane's, Tim Mullen's taking care of the website pretty soon in this particular vigil. You've got Candus. And again, once again, Timmy, who we all know plays Roblox online in games which contain naked characters, when police warn about these type of people who are playing games which contain naked characters on Roblox. Timmy's a little bit old to be mixing with little 5-year-old kids who are playing the likes of Roblox, but you know, his family members say that Timmy's just a big kid trapped in an adult's body, which to me is a red flag. and that's why I've pointed it out as such.
Said here. A lot of us have said here.
So now this is Tina Mulvane, another person from the Lamplighter. We've seen her on her Facebook also saying, so this is another actor putting in a performance while all he's trying to tell us to like the family and to support them and to believe that there's an abductor which rules out the family doing any wrongdoing. So why was it all actors telling me how to think and how to feel, like I'm saying? This, again, her husband is Tony Mulvane. We can all remember him rubbing Vicks in his eyes. We're going to see him again in a moment. I think I may save the Vicks in eyes video until I'm on the PC though, do all this live or something.
This is not about the circumstances.
Yes.
This is about loving on somebody that needs us.
Yes, Father God. Yes.
She needs us.
Yes, Father God.
She not only has a daughter.
Crisis actor. So now we're here at the part where we see Robin Lane say Tim Mullen's looking after the website. So that's when she's got flyers in her hand, and she just picked them up, the 4,000 flyers which were sent through to Kingsport from We Can Bring You Hope.
Yes.
That's fine summer.
Yes.
That's right. Yes. I have flyers that were under my arms, so they're a little bit.
But they fell out a while ago when I helped her pick them up.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Someone just said that Robin picked them up.
Yes,
Oh, you're fine. I was going to say that she has flyers too. That's pretty cool.
I'm going to go hang some up at Walmart because I haven't found Walmart.
Weird.
So I want a few of them, please.
Well, friend.
Thank you, Robin.
There might be some more.
So was that synthetic Sylvia who said that she went and picked some of the flyers up? We've got Joey Broadwater here in the background thinking, yeah, I'm going to make a few tithes and offerings for my ministry over the years if I can build my little ministry a little bit out of Summer Wells, the Awoken ministry, Awaken ministry. Yeah, that'll bode well for me. So you can see where he has a little bit of an agenda in there. He'll deny it, but
Pass these out.
I leave a stack over there. Yeah, take one of the lamps.
You left your stack over there on the table.
Oh, there's some on the table too.
There's some on the table, so I'll give you some more. Sorry. Here you go, sweetie. I don't know if I gave you enough. Here you go.
Again.
so one of the We Can Bring You Hope flyers is this Robin Lane hands in them out. Was she the church member who picked them up from the printers? I've got the photograph from outside.
Okay, guys, listen, we don't know. Summer could be anywhere on the globe. We sent a bunch of these to Mexico.
Wow.
So I'm just letting you guys know there is no place.
So she just said she sent a bunch of the flyers to Mexico.
Too close or too far. Don't feel like if you're going to take them far away, praise the Lord. Maybe God knows. You use your heart where your heart leads you to. Candus says there's more over here. Yes.
There's more over there now, but they start talking about Lamplight in a moment.
We've ordered all kinds of information on her, so.
What's that one?
Some people might be motivated by it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I denied what you had, and I had to take it.
You know what? Jesus leads you to take what you
You got any more
Yeah.
questions? I don't have none right now, no. That's all I have. That's all. They're gave out. They're all gave out. I was going to post them, right? I was asked by this lady over here for
Alright, give me one. Something happened. It just said, give me one of them and I'll just make a bunch of copies of the church.
I bet going live now.
Did it post?
Yeah, it should.
Okay. It said video has ended and I hit post. I didn't tell it.
I know, but the devil's trying to. It's not going to work. Oh, it's working now. I got it now, yeah.
We heard them now in the chatter in the background discussing Lamplight Theatre.
Hi. On August 14th, he's doing some on Saturday.
It's going to be at the same place, same time, and I'm on by Little Wayne from Wyatt.
So now he's going on that he's going to invite Little Wayne down from Lamplight, who I think is Wayne Arrington, the owner of Lamplight Theatre, from Wayne Ministries, is it called? So, yeah, this is when he starts talking about all the Lamplighters now.
Lamplight.
Our church has been praying for you, and I know Lamplight's been praying for you too.
Yes.
So Billy's gonna come here Saturday. I'm gonna ask him if you come here Saturday and sing and say something. So
I'm gonna try to
So I
get.
think that was Tony Mulvaney said that his church has been praying for them, and he knows that Lamplight have been praying for them too. So I'm just wondering if he goes to the same church as Timmy, which then would be the same church as Brendan Lawson as well.
The Ghost Riders of Greenville to come to.
That'd be cool.
What time Saturday?
On August 14th.
Same time, August 14th at 6.
And there's some Saturdays I can't come, and so he's going to take over Saturdays.
I'm going to take over Saturdays since he can't do it because he's doing a lot of stuff with Lamplight too. So
I might do it like 2 Saturdays a
I'm
month
going to
then.
do it
Because if he still does it on Tuesdays,
14th,
do 2
and
Saturdays
I'll
a month.
pick up the next date on August to do it. On the 14th, I'll have another date for you guys on a Saturday. You guys can come. So I'm going to do.
So there he is, Tony Mulvaney, another Lamplight actor on the scene. He's the one who was rubbing Vicks in his eyes. I'll have to show you that video. I'll have to put it into this one just before I finish. But yeah, so you've just heard him going on about Lamplight again. Why have I got actors telling me how to think and how to feel and shaping the perception around the case, etc.? Why was that taking place? In a moment, we're going to hear when Robin Lane tells us that Tim Mullen is built Summer Wells' website.
Do it. After he does his, then Saturday be that, and then I'm gonna try to keep it in the rhythm. No matter if we find summer or not, I'm still gonna have it on Saturday.
Or she will be
I will still have it on Saturday. If she's found or not, I will still have it on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pray for the family and all that. Even if she's found, I think we ought to have a couple more prayer circles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a website that's just been created. It's called findsummerwells.com. And it's going to have updated information on there. So we don't
put this on there.
Absolutely. Yes, Tim Mullen right there. He's the one that made it. He created the way he doesn't want to say anything.
Tim, everything.
So there's that scene, and we see Tim putting his finger over his mouth.
On there, so we don't
put this on there.
Absolutely. Yes, Tim Mullen right there. He's the one that made it. He created the way he doesn't want to say anything.
Tim, everything.
So there he is saying, "Shut the fuck up, Robin. You've just gave me away." Stands in there with all the crisis actors, the Lamplighters, Robin, or is he working on the website, or is he attending vigils, which we can bring you hope, say that they need to do some more. So did they do this one? If so, why? And then why was that shaped around making us all think that the family were innocent and Don and Candus were innocent, and crisis actors like Synthetic Cynthia with her horrible performance? Let's go and have a look at all that. Okay, so we've all seen my videos where I show Timmy where he changes his name backwards and calls himself Yimit, puts this stupid shit on his head and then starts dancing around like an idiot, doing what he calls TikTok dances, but then he does clean TikTok dances as opposed to what he's calling this a clean. I don't know, he's just a weirdo. And then we see how he plays Roblox with the kids, etc. Let's just watch a little bit of him. That's his stupid dancing. Okay. Just been telling you, dear Father God, Lord Baal and all this crap. Next thing we know, playing Roblox with all the kids. There's Synthetic Cynthia.
Guarding the case.
It's about Summer Wells. It's about finding that baby. And that's what brought me here. I just don't want to listen to social media no more. It's basically tore me up. And that.
Okay, so you can see here acting. It's acting. There she is, Cynthia Miller Bennett, Synthetic Cynthia, Kingsport, Tennessee.
What brought me here. I just don't want to listen to social media no more. It's basically tore me up.
These people are all present at the Summer Wells vigils. So now we've got what's his name, Tony Mulvane. But what's this performance? This just basically speaks for itself. This video from now on, I'll just pretty much play this out. Yeah, one sec. So what we see here, this is from Timmy Editon's Facebook Live, and in the comment section we see, "My lord, stop the camera from panning on that child, please." And then that's the point that I've made in the safeguarding videos, which have always been met by opposition from a gang of weirdos, most notably like Tiffany Marie doesn't seem to like it when I do these child safeguarding videos pointing out shit like that, and I always wonder why, what's the problem. But what we're going to see now is this Tony Mulvane prancing about, rubbing Vicks in his eyes and shit like that. We're also going to have an analysis of Synthetic Cynthia's performance when she's pretending to wipe tears away from her eyes but not even touching her face. She's doing all these little hand sign language things as well. Like, it looks like she's saying stop, 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 and it makes me wonder what else they're doing. And then we all know Timmy does his hand sign language bullshit. So I was wondering last night, I wonder if anyone could read sign language and then see what they're doing, see what else they're saying, see if they're slipping anything sneaky in there. We know Timmy organised all of these prayer circles. We've seen that quoted by the news. We've seen Timmy was okay with that title as being the prayer circle organiser. Never mind the news in the background here, the cameras recording this very low, mundane prayer circle. We see this man, Cynthia Bennett, showed yesterday, her Facebook profile actually shows that she likes acting, or, you know, she's pretending to be an actor herself. We know Timmy is one now. This man, his actions also make me believe that he is potentially acting as well. We've also got a little bit of another cause for concern with Timmy and his strange behaviour. Now, this time, there's a lady saying, "My lord, please stop the camera from panning on that child." Now, I've went and looked through the comments, because the first thing I noticed yesterday was, or one of the first things I noticed was in the build-up to the last minute in this, when Timmy trains the camera directly on two very young girls and keeps it there for a whole extended amount of time. That person says, "My lord, will you stop putting the camera on them girls?" And someone else wasn't too happy and says, "Why are you filming those little girls?" And yeah, I think it is a little bit suspicious, the behaviour. So that's at the very end. And another point here, because this is when they're all saying that there's an abductor on the loose, and so like my point was, this potential abductor that you're all trying to push about the story, the narrative, could be watching now or anything, or taking notes at all kids, or watching you just a gloat or anything, and you're all just like live streaming all these kids all over the place like a big gang of weirdos. Sort your shit out. Show that now will be blanking the girls' identities out, which Timmy should have done anyway. I think it's quite strange, because we're in a time where this is alleged to all be in the wake of a missing girl who's 5 years old. So this prayer circle's for that, you know. Anyone could be watching this live stream. So while they're all trying to say that there's still an abduction, and these are all supporting the family, running with the abduction theory, do you think it's wise to go and live stream these vigils, but most importantly live stream children in them, when there could be someone who's allegedly taken somewhere watching the stream because someone's parents are attending them? Candus was at this one, and Robin, who, again, another one of the unusual suspects. This man now is another unusual suspect. Not a suspect in taking Summer Wells, but just in acting unusual and seeming to act. Timmy, we know he's an unusual suspect, plays Roblox on his channel, The Merpsters 225 on YouTube. The Merpsters, MERPSTERS 225. You can go and watch Timmy playing Roblox with all. Roblox is a platform for kids, 5-year-olds and whatever you like to say. So we had his family members coming over yesterday threatening to sue me for saying that Timmy is an actor. Timmy is an actor. Also saying that Timmy plays Roblox with kids on Roblox. He does. We've got that from his own YouTube channels.
Hey guys, it's me, Timmy, and yes, I'm playing Roblox, and yes, this is how to see.
See? Not good. Not good. Red flag.
My character looks like this.
His character's a little girl.
Which is why I suspect he's an actor as well, because he is known to be from there. It says he's an actor from Lamplight Theatre, also on his own Facebook page, so I'm not making none of this up. So it says, is there any more actors? We've got Cynthia, definitely actor, or definitely says that she likes acting on her Facebook. This is what I mean about Cynthia Bennett. This is her performance at the first prayer vigil. So look at what she does, rubbing her eyes, pretending that she's crying, but there's not a single tear during the whole performance. And then we get to certain parts, and what she's doing is pretending to rub her eyes, but you see that her fingers don't even touch her face. Completely fake, completely staged.
I feel to get over my belly. I felt victim too. What the internet was saying, I felt victim too. Listen, victim social media.
Now that's the sign language for stop. It's like she's just been saying stop. But again, what this is doing, she just said she fell victim to what people were saying into social media. So this is embedding a little narrative. Like I said at the start, this all looks like a little bit of it could be a social media psyop against people's rights and all this and anonymity online, etc. She's also going into now the narrative of protecting the family, making everyone think, oh, look at this lady, she first thought that the family were all horrible, but now she's been able to turn herself around, and thanks to God she's been blessed enough to see the light and realise that Don and Candus are nice people after all. Bullshit to that synthetic Cynthia, bullshit. Let's just watch her wiping tears away that don't even exist without even touching her face.
I have my own opinion, and I apologize because it's been running through my mind. All kinds of things have been running through my mind. Today, I told my friends I'm not going to go tonight.
A little fake flick around the eyes, and she didn't touch her face.
What was that?
Didn't touch her face one bit, a liar.
What was that?
I'm not going to go tonight.
A little fake flick around the eyes, and she didn't touch her face. Didn't touch her face one bit, a liar. See it? She does it again. It's not the first time she does it.
Overemphasising the need to touch your face, but like that's not even how you'd naturally wipe tears away anyway.
And she didn't touch her face. Didn't touch her face one bit, a liar.
All you do is spread them and wet them more, become more awkward. So yeah, that's not how you'd naturally wipe a tear away anyway.
Yeah,
I've never seen anyone wipe a tear away like that in my life.
Does it again. It's not the first time she does it. Again, we see terrible. How does she do it again? She actually rubbed herself that time. Still awful, not in there, just pretending.
What she's done, because she has had issues in the past, she got herself all psyched up. No, the way actors can just make themselves cry. So like they'll drag up all the emotions and feelings on the spot and then get themselves in a state. You've seen her working herself up before she started all this bullshit. She had
rubbing her fingers like she had to, just emphasising it.
But a load of shit again now.
No need for to be rubbing her fingers like that and rubbing her hands together that much after it. Like there's buckets of tears there, but there's nothing. There's none. In the first one, she didn't even touch her face. Terrible acting. Her fingers like that and rubbing her hands together that much after it. Like there's buckets of tears there, but there's nothing. There's none. In the first one, she didn't even touch her face. Terrible acting. Now, what about this man? Before we do move into Timmy showing young girls who shouldn't be broadcasters, online when someone who's could have allegedly, like I said, took something, like you're all trying to say in your support for the family without knowing any of the facts really. You're all quick to support.
Let's just get to him, because I'm not even making that point in this vid, but the point still stands though. You've heard it. Like, I have got vids on that. Go and watch me safeguarding vids.
That's it as well. Watch.
This is incredible.
Coming this first.
See him looking to see if the cameras are rolling. Little sneak.
That's it as well. Watch.
Watch.
Everywhere, it's just all weirdness. But look, these are all actors. I'm saying now that this one's an actor as well. Watch.
Watch what he does to his eyes. Pulling eyelashes out in his eyes.
Coming this first circle. It's hard.
See him flicking his eyes. Then that's what I wanted to show you. Look, there's two little flicks of his eyes. Now we've seen the other woman pretending to cry the other day, Cynthia Bennett. We've seen her fake no tears performance. Actually slowed it down yesterday on YouTube and showed you where she's got pretending to rub her eyes and she doesn't even touch her face one bit. It's just so false, it's unbelievable. So now look what this man does. Watch him straight away at the very start in the first opening seconds. Eye rub is almost as if he tried to pull an eyelash out or something. Watch him straight away at the very start in the first opening seconds. Eye rub is almost as if he tried to pull an eyelash out or something. And then after it, there's another one where he puts his little finger into his eye. Watch.
Coming to this first circle.
So there was the second one when he touched his eye again. Just all this eye, finger into his eye. Watch.
Coming to this first circle.
So there was the second one when he touched his eye again. Just all this eye, concentrating on that eye. Watch, he got some sort of actor's little gel Vicks or something on his eyes, rubbing it in, and then watch his next one now.
It's hard because
one looks away.
Coming to this first circle.
Now, did you see the second and third one? Touched his face the second time, and then the third one was when he put his little finger there towards him, just in a little flick. He says, come in towards this prayer circle, and then looks away while he tries to get his tears going so he can do his little performance.
Coming to this first circle. First circle.
Did he rub? What's he rubbing on his t-shirt then? Oh, that's just sweat. Let's just take it that that's sweat that's already been there. But did he rub something on his hand then, like on his top? Let me just have a look if he goes from his face to his top with one of them. So this is when he looks like he rubs and potentially pulls one of his eyelashes out or something like that. And then, okay, stops and then looks away towards the cameras for about 5 seconds, just strangely, probably blinking dead fast or something. So there's the second little rub and a grab, or like a little flick something out down.
Come in this first circle.
Then he says, come in the prayer circle, and now his little finger. Just there. So now I want to see, I was looking at the 3 hand movements again. Now I want to look at whether he touches and wipes something off onto himself. I wonder whether he's got like a tub of something in his pocket that you can't see, and he then rubs his fingers in it and then rubs in his eyes, and then he's trying to get it off his face before he turns around to the cameras again. That's what I'm wondering. One.
Come in this first circle.
There was a little attempt.
Come in this first circle.
I know. He's got Vicks on his chest. Do you know what? He's got Vicks on his chest, and then when he rubs his fingers, maybe on his t-shirt, it might come through, and that gives him just enough to then go and rub on his eyes, just to, do you know what I mean? Because can you see this, the way he says it, if this sweat, it could be Vicks, could be Vicks. And by that I mean what you put on your chest, Vicks Vapor Rub. If anyone's from America, I mean like sort of the gel that you put on your chest, and it's got eucalyptus properties about it, herbal properties, and makes you breathe, clears your sinuses and what have you.
It's hard because I got 2 kids of my own and a stepdaughter. I could imagine.
So like I say, he comes in now, he starts whinging that he's got, but this is the 3rd week he's been here now, and he's got to see his turns on and all that. I posed a question last night, is he really this sad? Is he really this sad? Because for him to just start crying now on the spot, you have to be like still in the proper sadness of an event where it's breaking your heart that much that you just want to just cry every time. You can't face no one, you just want to cry, you're just emotional. So 3 weeks now later, this is like the 3rd, is it the 3rd prayer vigil or is it the 4th one? All that time later anyway, he's still able just to turn on the tear straight away, or is he assisting himself here?
Come in this first circle.
See the way he rubs his chest there, and the stains on his chest. Now that could just be sweat. This one here, this darker one at the top, this is the embroidery of the writing that's just on his t-shirt. Now these here could be sweat, yeah, but could also just be, like I've said, just a strip of that, and then when he rubs it on his t-shirt, when he rubs his finger on his t-shirt, it'll seep through enough onto his fingers to give him enough to rub on his eyes to then stand there and pretend to cry. Why are they all actors?
It's hard because
someone said to me as well that Robin has also appeared in TV commercials. If that's true, that puts her in the actor category as well. Playing roles. If that's true about Robin, because Robin's at this event here today, at this one. Candus was there.
I got 2 kids of my own and a stepdaughter. I feel it hurts. I feel the pain that I know she endures, but God told me last night that, hey, your miracle is coming through.
So it just seems to be like, you know, if you point out that these people are actors, you'll get them all coming over, you know, and then it all just gets turned to God. Someone does something bad going hard behind God, and it's not a big excuse. It doesn't cover everything. It doesn't. You can't just go and say, oh, there's a miracle coming, etc. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't come? What if evidence then comes out that it was potentially something to do with Candus and Don? Because the police have said that there's no evidence whatsoever of an abduction. The same way if they did with the Madeleine McCann one, as if the story is not the American version. Oh, we haven't had that script yet. So, yeah, why are actors here? Why are these camera crews following these people around at these mundane events? Why? Is this newsy to these Summer Wells prayer circle? It's not news. Making these little, what these are doing is creating little rubbish news events for these to do, but is it these actually doing it, working together? Blatant.
Tim Mullen, the News Connections, then I wonder, posed the question. And then, as we know, we can bring you crisis actors for all this lot here. We've heard her saying it. She needs to organise more vigils. So, yeah, I think I'll leave that one there. I think you can see what I mean now. I have got screenshots in the computers, me videos about all this show, where these people are all in Lamplight Theatre and doing things and all in costumes and everything, and says it all over the Facebook profiles and what have you. That's all well documented on this channel. since my very first video that I ever done on the Summer Wells case, edited video. So yeah, actors, we can bring you crisis actors, Tim Mullen, Don Wells, Tim Mullen coming out and saying that he met Don Wells at the vigils, but Don Wells saying that they met each other near crashing the planes, the gyrocopters into each other. We've got Don Wells allegedly knew Brad Wishing 7 years ago. We've got Don Wells coming out and thanking the Billboard people. We've got Don Wells, I keep getting his name wrong. Don Wells coming out and saying that he was against the reward fund ending in December 2021, so then it gets extended till June 20. Right, okay, so sorry about that. I'm not sure how long that, I was watching the clock, or trying to, but I hope that didn't finish too long ago. And just let me check my mic back on. I've not just long sat down with my meal, I tried to eat like half of it before this finished, and I achieved that, so I'll finish that in a bit. Absolutely delicious. What if the Lawson character is completely responsible for the disappearance of all of the different Summer Wells children? That was enormous. Helen says, buying news time like paying for ads. Yep. You've nailed it there, H. You've nailed it. Short snippets of actors that has been bought from WJHL. Yep. I can fully agree with that. And allow me thoughts with that as well. Hello, Selena. Just come in after all hellos at the beginning, etc. And yeah, I'm enormous, I see, but your work shows the facts. This is in relation to Yimit's mum or family threatening to sue me for saying facts. Not opinion, so they have no case. I love when people threaten to sue me. I know the laws and how they work. I studied law. And again, so in response to that, I said I studied media law too. So I know my grounds, but you're 100% right on that. And that's true, like in media law. And then defamation. A defence against defamation within media law is honest opinion. So it's therefore, if someone wants to come and sue me, they've got to prove that that's not my honest opinion. And then by all the evidence that I've found and compiled together, I think it's safe to say that's my honest opinion. And that's the defence against slander. People go running around, I'll sue you for slander, I'll sue you for... No, you won't. You haven't got a fucking clue. You try and take me near the court for slander. And I'm just going to say to the judge, this is my honest opinion, and I'm going to take you to cleaners, end the story. You're going to be paying for this fucking court case for the rest of your life. So all these people who like running around saying, I'm going to sue you, go on, be my guest, I'll wipe the floor with you. Simple. So yeah, Helen, I think that's a comment. If I could pin it, I'd be pinning that one. These fucking clowns like Tim Mullen, etc., and we can bring you crisis actors buying airtime over on the the news platforms, etc. And it's absolutely delicious. Cough button, you just remind. I was about to burp. Exactly, and that's another reason I'm always encouraging crisis actors to come and sue me. No matter what the case is, come and sue me. Go on. And they can't. Because of the truth that shall be found. Exactly. So let's just carry on. Nice one for listening to that. No, it was a long one. That just took basically 50 minutes, but it builds the, where I'm going with this. So just to read through and follow on, it says, and just let me because I keep on having panic attacks that I haven't turned my mic on. So on September the 5th, 2021, we read this before, but just let's follow through. An interview pops up on YouTube between Don Wells and We Can Bring You Hope. Okay, so you've just heard that. We've established that. That's fact. Who were alleged to be advocates for the missing. It was during that interview that the host, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of We Can Bring You Hope, a lady named Michelle, declared she was doing things behind the scenes and was working on getting more people down to focus on doing some more prayer vigils, to which Don Wells laughed. You've all heard that now, haven't you? Again, and then made a sarcastic hocking sound. So we're all aware of this. I'm going to come back to this image or information on that image further down. So she, not the cat's mother, I mean Michelle, who was on to us one bit, Also mentions having her own flyers for summer and operating her own tips line. We've seen all of that. It was after a spat with the most hideous truth slimer of all, Tiffany Marie, that We Can Bring You crisis actors gave the breadcrumbs that helped put this next part of the pudding together, and that was in their video, in their own video, where we see, just after around about a minute, wasn't it? That we see. So look, Truth Biscuits, their channel, 118 subscribers, correct? That was our original flyer. It was created approximately July the 7th. They were sent to the printer in Kingsport, where we paid $200 out of pocket for 4,000 flyers. Now here's why we know it was Robin Lane who got them flyers. Basically, it says the flyers were picked up by a local church member. Then we see Robin Lane, waving them around, and were to be mailed out across the country and distributed locally. We know that Robin posted some to Mexico. We also know that they were distributed locally. We've seen all of that. We've just established that. We Can Bring You crisis actors responded to the Wicked Witch of Westerly by saying they had sent flyers to the printers and they were to be picked up by a local church member, and that was Robin Lane. Okay, see all this fuckery? Robin picked up the flyers that We Can Bring You crisis actors created, as we can see here on my screenshot. Again, this was our original flyer. They were sent to Kingsport, where we paid $200 out of pocket for 4,000 flyers. Robin Lane, the flyers were picked up by a local church member and were to be mailed out. So again, this opens up into the original source, into the video, into the timestamp, etc. So we've established that. We can also see how Robin Lane posted an image to her Facebook on July 22nd, 2021, when she was outside the printers picking up the flyers before going to join Don, Candus, Tim Mullen, and a load of crisis actors from Lamplight Theatre, and between them all, they began trying to shape public perception around the case. These clowns were telling us how we should think and feel, using emotional manipulation to socially engineer a perspective that Summer's parents were innocent. Okay? So look, July 22nd, D&D printing, we've seen that in the camp cracking cases, WJHL report with Chase 423, etc. And again, just leading back to what H was saying before about them buying TV space. I find all this very funny, not funny, because this is how I see it. Let me break it down for you simply. We had, now the reason why we say Mayor here, because Tim's got the Mayor name in his family. He also says he's got an alias of Gold, so that's all further up in the article. So if this is not self-explanatory here, the article does explain why I've put them names in there. So we had Tim Mayor Wells, Gold, Mullen, whatever his name is, stood there having just made the FindSummerWells.com website and his cover blown sky high by Robin Lane, as she waved flyers around from We Can Bring You crisis actors who promised Don Wells they were going to create more vigils, to which Don laughed his head off. But all them crafty crisis actors arrived at these so-called vigils and continued pulling their nonsense. They were proven to be actors by Enchanted LifePath reports instantly in 2021 as soon as I arrived on the case and took one look at these clowns parading around the place, when we had synthetic Cynthia Bennett wiping away fake non-existent tears from her face without even touching her face. Tony Mulvane was wiping Vicks Vapor Rub or something like that into his eyes and pretending to cry for Summer Wells, as his wife Tina, another lamplighter, stood there with the extravagant child safeguarding red flag on legs, Timmy Edison aka Yimmet. They put on quite a display week in and week out after the first episode and got followed around by WJHL news cameras. We've seen them going from the first vigil to when Tony Mulvane was going, come into the prayer circle. WJHL cameras stood right behind him. Why did We Can Bring You crisis actors send a load of crisis actors into the Summer Wells case? Was Mr. Media mogul Tim Mullen working on this behind the scenes? He was there at the vigil watching over all the actors, and Yimmet was doing 666 hand signs on his shoulder, on Tim's shoulder, Tim Mullen's shoulder. in February 2020, it was in February 2023 that I put all this together regarding We Can Bring You crisis actors, the Flyers, Robin, Tim Mullen showing up with the Lamplighters, and put it with Michelle's quote saying she was working on more vigils, that We Can Bring You hope, went and deleted all of their Blog Talk podcasts, all of them. Why did you delete that? No sooner did I put that report out, that first vid that you've just watched, she shit herself, ran over to her Blogspot page and strangely left all those people that they advocated for without hope that is generated through awareness via the podcasts. It's madness. So here, We Can Bring You hope, okay? Just let me one moment. Okay, so We Can Bring You hope. Here, look, no episodes, 30 followers, listens, 5,310 listens, but again, no episodes, 0, niche, nada, all gone. Okay, so why did they do that? Why did they do this? Deleted all content after ELP report on We Can Bring You crisis actors being involved in vigils. Why? We are advocates for the missing and exploited adults and children, and we want to bring awareness and bring their stories to light so they can be told. Don't believe you. You just deleted all that hope. We can see the page now has 3.5 listens without any podcasts. The podcast with Don Wells is deleted from their platform, but a couple of copies exist online. We can see how it was still there in February when I made my initial report, but it was soon all deleted. This video was deleted February the 9th, so I think it's the one we've just watched. Everything was gone by March, so yeah, 48 minutes. So that again is just that one again, just posted just in the context. The one that we've just watched, okay? So that video, the first video that I've done on them, which we've just watched, was dated February the 9th, 2023. By March, everything was gone. And it wasn't long after that, so we had a pattern. We Can Bring You crisis actors, these deleted all their shit. Robin Lane, upon the publication of this article, deleted their Facebook. That just doesn't exist no more. And Tim Mullen started deleting all them bits of proof that he was in and around this Seventh-day Adventist church, etc. on numerous occasions. He tried to delete shit, but he didn't quite get them all. So the next video shows proof from the Wayback Machine that the podcasts from We Can Bring You hope on this page here. There's the thing, blogtalkradio.com, We Can Bring You hope. 2nd of September 2021, advocating for, and that's the Don Wells interview. Gone. So the next video shows proof from the Wayback Machine that the podcast was still there before my report. And because I've put it in the Wayback Machine, we can see that. Now look, We Can Bring You hope, 24 episodes at the time, 10,000 listens. So we can see all these are all still here now. But for some reason, they had to go and delete the Summer Wells stuff. Why? Just coming over onto page 2. Well, I didn't go on over onto the second page. But you can see there, 24 episodes. Why are they no longer there? Why are they no longer there? So just dive back over into the chat for a second. And then we've got too much proof she is crooked, like his own child to be a predator. ELP, how's your cow? Chicken, lovely. I agree, too much proof. I think I'm more or less caught up in there. We can carry on. Right, so why did they delete all that hope? I don't get it. This is dated March 31st. So just a small clip from when I've shown all their stuff. We couldn't find that page, so that's when it's gone. So I'll show you it's gone. I get the link, I'm copying the link now. Now what I'm doing is going over into the Wayback Machine with the link. entering the link into the Wayback Machine, dragging up this, September the 2nd, yeah, I can go and repeat that. So September the 2nd, the date of the live stream. Just let me move this out the way, and there we have it. There we have it. So why would these people want to go and delete all that hope? Why? I don't get it. There's my video date, 9th of February, just establishing that. Even put a circle around it, which is rare when I'm screen recording. And now we've just clicked the link again, just not in the Wayback Machine, and there we have it. Gone. But they actually got busted because we're not that stupid. I remember when you showed all of this, coming full circle now finally. Can't believe it, so long ago, feels like yesterday. This stuff was just this year, and we have had like a pretty hectic and fast year with lots of like, just think about what's gone on this year. You've had the 911 call and all that pissing about with Tiffany. This was not long, this was like around about then as well, when this was happening, this We Can Bring You Crisis Act, this shit. So yeah, these are weird, these are busters. I also find it very odd that We Can Bring You Hope claim to be a non-profit organisation, but they do not have a filing with the IRS. We get back to that, prove that in a moment. They are listed on Open Corporate's website. Now again, there's the link, but the link is also in the image here. 1 second. So we've got active since August the 6th of August 2020. Now, maybe someone with accounting experience can explain this next part to me, the next questions that we build up to. They changed their name from We Can Bring You Hope to We Can Bring You Inc. Sorry, We Can Bring You Hope Inc. Right, this took place on the 23rd of March. 23rd of March 2022, as we can see here. On the 23rd of March again, 2020, yeah, same day, addition of Officer, Secretary of State as an agent. That's just when they've, I don't know why that's there or not, but they must just have to register with the Secretary of State and then just go down as agent. We can see here, jurisdiction, Pennsylvania. I've actually heard her say in something she currently lives out of Pennsylvania. It might have even, I think it was in the video which we've just watched, the long one. So here is the name change. We Can Bring You Hope. We Can Bring You Hope Inc. Okay, change of name from We Can Bring You Hope Inc. to We Can Bring You Hope Inc. So they've just removed the comma, basically. The address that We Can Bring You Hope is registered at is 250C Sandy Hill Road in Valencia, Pennsylvania. There's the postcode. We have actually got this address open here. Okay, it links back over to a man. I'm not sure whether I've put any of that info in. Just need to check that out. It links, these addresses link back over to a man. I don't really need to go into that though, to be honest with you. Just as I said, just because I don't know whether he's got any involvement, blah, blah, blah. So we can see here, 250C Sandy Hill Road. There's just the address. So it says here they are not registered at the IRS website. So here is the IRS website. I type in We Can Bring You Hope Inc. and it says no search results. Okay? So I'm just going to recreate that for you now. We've got here, so we switch the organisation name, We Can Bring You Hope Inc. Search. And when it finishes its search, it's going to pop up your result. Your search did not return any results. Okay, so just let me take the ink off. And once again, when this search finishes, it's just going to say the same. Nada, zilch, fuck all, nothing there, nothing there. Okay, so just coming back here, there's that, and again, links through to the source, so you can recreate what I've just done ProPublica is another page that I use to check company records and allows me to see the books of organisations. It also states that We Can Bring You Hope have no records. So just for instance, can you remember when I dragged up Paul Churchill Rescue Squad's books for all these years and we were looking at them? And then you can just click this and then look at all the books, etc. So what happens when I type into here, which has served as credible to me in the past, what happens when I type in We Can Bring You Hope into here? Now remember, I was able to search Churchill Rescue Squad, etc. It says again, no organisation results can be found for We Can Bring You Hope. So let me just add the ink onto the end. And there's the ink again. We Can Bring You Hope. We've got no results. I find that a little bit strange. But again, the question as to why that may be like, because the time when they've registered as a company, haven't they got to file no books for a couple of years or so on? So that was what I wanted to, that was a question that I wanted to come and level back at the chat. So the way I said, like there's things in here where we're just here to bounce ideas off each other, etc. as well. As I look through all of this. So incorporating a business, says I'm enormous, means turning your sole proprietorship or general partnership into a company formally recognised by your state of incorporation. When a company incorporates, it becomes its own entity. Then that was going to say, so to say. Inc. means incorporated. Nice one. So do you think it should be showing up in the books, or do you think maybe next year after, because 2021 and then into 2023 would it take until 2024 for them to start filing books? Because I've seen somewhere that the company may have, now I couldn't trust the source as such, saying that they may have up to 5 million in assets, which would be like, wow. Look, revenue, 5 million. Greater than 5 million. I can't see that. Not unless she's pushing some serious money around the place. Here's some SIC codes and CIS codes. What's this saying? Show more. Pretty much nothing else. But I just, again, this is just the start of me just asking, like, why would they not have no books out there? Why would they not be recognised by the IRS or certainly this other page? We've got them on open corporates though, as we know. Again, you can go to the article and just click through to any of these sources. So there's where I'm just showing the ProPublica page. The founder of We Can Bring You Hope is known as Michelle Heilman-Bender, right, double barrel, or Michelle Bender, depending on which source you use. Now, what I mean by that is, if you see here, Michelle Bender, We Can Bring You Hope, right? That's the first Zoom info page, but this second one has got it down here as Michelle Heilman-Bender. Just let me check this one on the side panel again. Again, different. So there's 2 names there for it. Michelle Heilman-Bender or Michelle Heilman or Michelle Bender. Depending on which source you use. Here we can see, she is listed as Michelle Bender. I've just established this, Michelle Bender. Yeah, Michelle Bender's contact details, etc. On the next screenshot, we also see from Zoom info, she is listed as Michelle Heilman-Bender. And again, we've just seen that over on the original source, but these 2 click through. On LinkedIn, she is listed as Michelle Bender. The image below does contain the link to the source. So here again, Michelle Bender. There's the logo. Can't be... Oh, it just opens up into that, but the link is in there for you. So here we've got a Michelle Bender in Pitts, Pennsylvania. I'm not sure whether this is the one, so I'm not going to say too much about this, but I've got a feeling it is. Just I've not seen the Heilman name anywhere. Okay. On here, We Can Bring You Hope website, Michelle states, I started as a volunteer with other organisations when I became aware of some local cases that were not getting the attention that was needed. I opened We Can Bring You Hope when I was touched personally by a missing family member of my own. She claims to have been touched by missing people cases after a family member's of hers went missing. Below is an image of Susan Robin Bender, who went missing in April 1986. As of now, I do not know if this is who Michelle is talking about, but I'm just making notes. So you've got Michelle here, obviously. Susan Robin Bender was aged 15 when she went missing from Modesto Greyhound Station on April 25th, which is Alice Day. And we know that's that paedophile Pride Day. Didn't start until 1993 though, this is 86. Modesto cold case investigators have reported her case, have reopened her case in hopes of finding new leads. So when was this case reopened? November the 2nd, 2021. This article's from. Susan Robin Bender was ready for a weekend with friends when she arrived at the Modesto Greyhound Station on April 25th, 86. The smiley 15-year-old had dressed for the occasion, sporting a light blue skirt with polka dots and a blouse and white vest. While she waited for the bus to Carmel, Susan ran into a friend. She told them about her excursion to the coast and that she planned to be back in a few days. The friend saw Susan making a call at the depot phone, and about 10 minutes later, a green van pulled up. Susan got in, seemingly without the driver forcing her, and she was never seen ever again. For more than 3 decades, Susan's case has troubled Modesto detectives in the hopes of finally locating the long-lost teen. The department announced in October it's reopening the case. In reviewing the case, we identified potential areas of opportunity which may assist in moving this case forward. The department said in a statement, this includes the use of advancements in technology. Given the circumstances of the crime, we also believe there may be individuals previously unidentified who may have pertinent information surrounding Susan's disappearance. Susan has a lot of freedom for a 15-year-old, which wasn't terribly uncommon in the 80s. Her mother, Pat Bender, there's another name for us, didn't report her mission until May the 1st, assuming until then that Susan had safely made it to Carmel and was having fun with friends. But when Susan failed to call home, as she usually did, her mother became worried. Pat told the Modesto B in 87 that Susan had run away twice before, but each time she'd returned home in fairly short order. Everything had been good between us for a couple of months before she disappeared, and there was no indication that she was going to run away. The police also believe Susan wasn't missing of her own volition. Detective Richard Ridenour, who was assigned to the case until his retirement in 2000, told the B in 87 that he thought Susan was likely deceased. We have certain evidence to indicate foul play was involved in the disappearance of Susan. Says there. She looks like that woman, you know, to be honest with you. Let me show you. She looks like her. She looks an awful lot like her. The evidence was found in the possession of an unnamed male person of interest. According to Pat Bender, Susan's diary, phone book and articles of clothing were found in the man's home, so there's evidence. The man was questioned by police but released. He was never arrested in connection with Susan's disappearance. The police said there's little they can do without a body. Pat Bender says in 1999, when the Speed Freak killers were apprehended in 1999, there was some speculation that perhaps Susan was one of their victims. Lauren Herzog and Wesley Shermantain, 2 childhood friends from Linden, California, targeted young women in and around the nearby Stockton area. Stockton, California, we're talking here. It's on Wells land. Many of their victims have never been identified, but despite years of investigation into Herzog and Shermantain's crimes, there has never been a link to Susan's case. Susan Bender just fell off the face of the earth, Ridenour told the Modesto B in 1999. What's really strange about the case is that nothing has ever come up about her in all these years, and no one has ever come forward with any information about what happened to her. Modesto's cold case investigators are hoping that the many years since Susan's disappearance has increased witnesses' willingness to speak out. They also pointed to modern technology that could help with a break in the case, although they don't have any specific new leads as of yet. It's important to remember that Susan was a child with a family. The Modesto Police Department said in a statement, unfortunately, quote, open quotes, unfortunately, that family has gone 36 years at the time of publication without closure or justice. It's our job as an agency to assist in providing some level of closure with the ultimate goal of getting justice, close quote. Anyone with information about Susan Bender is asked to contact Detective Josh Grant at 209-342-9104 or the email address grantj@modestopd.com. At the time of her disappearance, Susan was 5'5" and 128 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. So that's the end of that article. Just jump back over into chapter 5. Own legal business structure set apart from the individuals who found, right there. It becomes its own entity. The business is then answerable and not the people in charge of it, which is what you're saying there, I think. Shell company to launder money. And then that. Now, I think you may be saying that in response to, we'd have to find something on this, but as I said, when I'm looking through the books, I'm not finding any books for these people, so we're going to have to wait for some books to pop up or something showing us the monthly gains or the finances, the records, etc. Thinking about the Lamplight vigils and all, wasn't it summer 2021? Yep. That's Free the Plans. Yeah, that definitely was summer 2021. So where am I up to now? So there's the two pictures of the two ladies. You've got the young girl there and you've got Michelle here. I'm not sure what the family relation is. She wasn't too vague on that. It is not known how Michelle from We Can Bring You Hope got in touch with Don Wells and Team Damage Control in the Summer Wells case headed by Tim Mullen. One thing we do know is that the cult of Lamplight Theatre has come in for scrutiny in July 2023 as a report, I added this bit today, as a report emerged of a page on Facebook called Lamplight's True Stories, and I never put the link in, even though I went and got it, just forgot. So that page began posting testimonies from alleged victims of sexual and mental abuse at the hands of owner, now the word alleged is in there, at the hands of owner Billy Wayne Arrington. You can read all about that in my article on the subject that is still ongoing, with another court case set for September the 2nd, 2023, with protests expected against Arrington planned at the court that day. Okay, so that is it. I've pretty much ran through everything that I wanted to speak about on We Can Bring You Crisis Actors. And just them little, but the main thing was today that I just wanted to lead the main thought that I wanted to leave us with, so to say, or to establish, was this company records not found here. Just so now she may have a normal explanation, but why did she go and delete all the stuff as well after I put these reports together? If anyone can remember, just let me go and find that for you. One moment, because what I found was We Can Bring You Hope. I called them, didn't I? I tried to call them. So let me just go over to...
But I knew...
I'm just going over to my main channel now. We Can... I've got a video called What We Learned by Calling We Can Bring You Crisis Actors, and Tim Mullen. Pretty much nothing, but I can just extend this report by another little 5 or 10 minutes or something, just by playing this video basically. So just let me just go over into Rumble a sec. Rumble, and then just opening my vids, and then I'm just typing We Can. And then, so here we go, I found it. So we can take that off. And here's another little video. I'll mute the mic on this for a moment and just let us watch through on this. This is just when I called them just to say, hey, what's going on? I also called Tim Mullen because this is when they were both deleting shit.
Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
A Google number? They're operating off a Google number? Holy shit. One moment. This is, right, wait there a sec. Just... Let me just do that. And then... I just want to open up the Facebook page and see if I've got... We can bring you hope. And then... Check that phone number. Yeah, same number. Same number. Ja, look. Right. We're still posting. We're still posting. Let me call back.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Useless. Okay. Right. So these are the leaflets that they make for all the Summer Wells ones as well I'm looking for. But the only before then. Right. We've got these two with their own tip line on it there. No, that's Hawkins County it says. Anyway, right. In our memento, just need to gonna go looking now, right now, for something beginning with T, right? What's it called? Right. Symbol and photography. I've just typed in. And what I'm looking for is a phone number. Right. There's another one. Yeah. This is what we need. How the fuck do people get all here, Tim? That's what we want to know. Aha! I knew I've seen it somewhere. Right, okay. 001 423 4. Oh god. I need to get me 3s and 4s the right way around. Right. Open up phone again. 00. Come on. 001. That's what I had to do for the dialing code. For the international one. 423 434 4288. Right. Just let's try it. Probably an old relic phone. This one, gonna ring. It's ringing. Answer your phone, Tim. Answer your phone, Tim.
Hello, Agent 7. You may leave the message here.
Please speak clearly. Your voicemail is being transcribed by email.
Tim, what in the world's going on here? Who is this Russian answering the phone when I've just called your number? What in the Lord was that? This is your favourite YouTubian. I would like to speak to you. Is that ever going to be possible? I want to speak to you about We Can Bring You Hope, who I refer to as We Can Bring You Crisis Actors, and your alignment with them. This is what I want to speak to you about. You know this is. Hopefully I will be able to get hold of you somehow in the near future. Right, anyway, speak soon. Oh God, what the fuck was that? Yeah, this is. Let's listen again. Hello, Agent 887. Would you return my call? Right. I'm getting nowhere here. These fucking stupid phone numbers, and We Can Bring You Crisis Actors anyway, and we need to get somewhere though. We've got to get somewhere. Fucking Gmail numbers, whatever, Google phone numbers. What in the world? What in the world? This is Enchanted LifePath TV. And that's the end of that video. So basically, what have we learned today? We've learned that, I know, that's what's he playing at? Thinking he's doing his best little Zellboy impressions there, isn't he? Tim. Yeah, a few little takeouts from today is obviously the Tim Mullen connections to We Can Bring You Hope. He's standing there with all these lamplighters. They're all who went along and started pushing the damage control. They were sent there, as we're led to believe, by Michelle's own words from We Can Bring You Hope. She said that she was going to be doing more vigils and sending more people down there to do more vigils, so that's why I believe she's got a say in the vigils. We then know that the vigils were a part of the damage control, trying to sway public opinion and perception in favour of the parents. They were the ones who were pushing an abduction theory and trying to tell everyone, whilst live streaming a load of kids at the same time, so all the little church groups and missing kids pages on Facebook, etc. All a little bit strange, if you ask me. So the obvious question is, sorry, the mic picked up me burping then a bit. The obvious question is why? Why? And where's Michelle? Why is she going to delete all of her work when I put all this together? And why hasn't she not been seen since? We all seen how she came out with some big legal document video against Tiffany Marie. So if that's what's in her repertoire, if she's got that ability to go and dig like that and pose questions like that and try and defend herself legally like that, why don't you do it to me, Michelle? Please, I beg you. I beg you to come out with one of them videos about my claims about you. Because you, little miss, we can bring you crisis actors, brought a whole load of shit into this Summer Wells case. Day one, frontline damage control. That's what you are. That's what you are. Should we trust you or your organisation with your Gmail number, with your mysterious books and accounts all over the place? Again, I'll give you till maybe next fucking March or April for that question to be ironed out, because if nothing pops up on your pages after then, well, then I will be asking some questions. I think you've already got a year's leeway. I think from 2021 to 2023. Maybe in 2024 you file 2023's books, and then that's when it'll pop up for 2023, given the 2-year cooling off period between registration and then having to file shit being 2 years maybe. Sly one, good to see you. Good to see you. I've been locked out of my WhatsApp for the day just because it signed me out. I'm like, you bastards, and whenever I swap it over, I lose everything, I lose all that chat. So, until I can get signed back in, that's on the computer. I won't be over there just for now. And that's to anyone else as well over in there. That's if you have tried to get over to me as well. But yeah, I think I am more or less finished, apart from, just posing the questions. What the fuck was we can bring you hope? Why did they have to get involved? What's she doing running around with flyers, sending crisis actors to push public perception around the case in favour of Don and Candus? Why would this lazy do this? Michelle Heilman-Bender, or Michelle Heilman. They're the three names that she goes by. So why would she do that? Why would she stick her nose in? I suggest listening to the full interview. It is around on YouTube. Just let me type in. We can bring you hope on Wells interview. So you've got 2 copies of this which normally knock around. You've got this one here from Spirit Seeker Squad, and there's normally another one over on Tiffany's channel, Tiffany Marie's channel. But if that one is gone, why Tiffany? Why is that one gone? Why is your one gone? Interesting. Still got this one here though. So thanks to Spirit Seeker Squad for still having this copy up. Just trying to see how many subs they've got. 7,000. So yeah, do you know what? I'll drop this in and you can hear everything in full length from the start when she's going on about the flyers, the tips line, the vigils, all the way through, blowing her own trumpet, something rotten. But now we know that this is the lady who's like, Don, we need to do some more prayer circles, we need to pray. I don't think she looks like someone who wants to pray. I think she looks very dark. I think she looks very angry. Who knows? I'm only looking. Can't judge a book by its cover. I would not trust this woman as far as I could spit. I wouldn't. Not at all. Why did you delete all the hope that you were allegedly providing to all the families? Just let me check my mics on. Of course it is. Why? Why would she do that? Where's my live stream? Why would she? Here we are. So yeah, how long have we been live for now? I think I've pretty much finished. 2 hours, just 2 hours. Just over 2 hours. Yeah, I think I've pretty much finished. What will be next then, potentially? Trying to think of what would be next. I can't even think. I've gone blank. But rest assured there will be something else. And there's a couple of vids going to go public on here as well, just later. One of them, I think they're both about these, just the We Can Bring You Crisis Actors, the sort of, the musical vids which we watched at the start, and something else. I've put something else public. Oh yeah, something about Christy Vincent. And her saying, oh, she hadn't been to Kingsport since January 2021, but then in another vid she's saying, oh, when I met Ziggy, and when we were there at the Hope House office, is across the street from the printer, is it? Interesting, from Z&Z printers. Just gives a look. D&Z printers in Kingsport. So Direzione. Ole. So then we want to go yeah. Calling, colors are calling you. Just for now, because we know that's down there, and then when I find the Hope House, you're right within Hope House being up in this region. Just let me have a look. It is up in that King, yeah. And literally 100 yards away. Not sure which building. There's the printing place, D&D printers, and Hope House Centre for Women, right there. Right there. Hope House, where we cater for young unmarried pregnant girls. That was to quote Pastor David Ryder. Yeah, we've seen all about them in a couple of the videos. And of course, just as you say, spot on. Sly one. There's the printers, which Robin Lane attended, Cameron cracking cases and the likes, all that. They're it's not letting me click it. Now it is. So yeah, just a stone's throw. You could literally throw a stone from one to the other. Literally throw a stone from one of these units, wasn't it? A stone's throw from here just into one of these units. Yep. Eastbound Road. Hope House, end of the strip mall. A gas station across the street. Why does it just disappear when... There it is. See it? Just come back. Hope House. And it is, as you can see there, just literally a stone's throw. Just throw a stone at it. Let's just see what else is going on. Finally, oh yeah, opera, I've seen all of that, you know. Do you know what? That's something that I might even dive into as well. Just, yeah, she's getting called out left, right and centre, isn't she? Great stuff as well, great stuff. Because the one of the channels, what's the channel called? My friends always telling me about them, if someone's a scumbag, they call them a zoo dirty. They started exposing them around about the same time that they started exposing opera around about the same time that I done that John of God report where it looks like Robin Lane standing there. Nice. Yeah, and now it's only been, what am I to say, about 3 or 4 weeks and opera's being dragged through the shit. On the verge of getting cancelled, if not already cancelled. But yeah, that's something that I'll probably maybe dive into this week. As I said, I'm just sticking around on this channel now because I've hit me goals, not the goals, but like the minimum payouts for, which will be now August. But I didn't hit the minimum payouts for June, July. So in July, I'm not getting paid anything. So then the minimum cut-off, £60. It stopped on 55. So then I had to go over that, and I've gone over that, say like another 50 or something over that. So that's for August. So in the meantime, because I'm happy enough, I'll just settle down on this channel to when until the 8th of August, because that's the cut-off date. So I'll work on this channel and the other backup channel until then. just to get these watch hours up, and then this one can basically this can go to the next level, then this channel, and then I'll work on the other one. So yeah, I'll do a couple of weeks on these backup channels maybe, and just get these going, because there's now gone over 1,000 subs on here. This one's just gone over 1,000 subs. So thank you to everyone who has been coming over onto this, and the new subscribers, or the ones coming back, or something, whatever's going on over on the other channel as well, because that one's gone back over 7k. And yeah, basically I'm just sitting back watching all this shit, with Fizzle and like Tiffany and everyone. I'm just sitting back with a tub of popcorn, eating it. Not sure whether anyone's seen me jump up on Benny Key's one last week and started talking about what was it that I was talking about? What was I speaking about? Do you know that Jeff Bobo report where it's like, drop your drawers for fucking, and they're trying to collect children's underwear in the Kiwanis library from Bull's Gap, which is where Lawson's office is. And the woman who collected the cheque for the Summer Wells Reward Fund has spoken in this Kiwanis club about child abuse. But then the next thing, the library, which is owned or certainly got the Kiwanis name in it, are like trying to collect underwear for kids. So I jumped on and spoke about that and led it all back around, because my reason for saying all that was I don't trust the media over there in Hawkins County, Rogersville, Tennessee, Kingsport. Don't trust the media one bit, as for reasons why we've discussed today as well. And then on the end of that, back end of that, I looped it all the way back around me. I was gearing up to speak about the, what was it? Six Rivers Media, who on their page, on their channel's page, there's a channel called The Star Squad with like 1.6 million subscribers, and it's all full of Roblox shit. Six Rivers Media are the parent company of timesnews.net. So I'm like, I don't trust these media over there one tiny bit. They've got little spin-off channels that look loosely connected, if not connected to themselves, that are promoting Roblox, and we all know about Roblox, but this is like sinister. It looks like Elsagate type of shit. If no one knows what I've just said, you know the way you always see Summer Wells with little pictures of Frozen and all that, I always get chills off them, because I'm like, Elsagate, look into Elsagate if no one knows what I'm talking about. Plenty of people here in the chat will. So yeah, that is a red flag every time you see Summer Wells, because every time she gets given a new toy, who's like, let's take a photograph of you. When who's give her that new toy, is that coming from some scumbag or something? Do you know? Interesting that Stockton was mentioned. It is, yeah, thanks for bringing that up as well. Free the plants, yeah. Was that where Don saw children being sold? Yes, exactly. Or am I messing things up? No, you are not. You are 100% spot on. I tried to find the clip where he talks about it in the car right now. Hello, Brenda. She said, just let me read this and then I'll get back to you then. Free plants. Hello, everyone. The LP. I just came in 10 minutes ago. I'm going to watch the replay. Excellent info. Nice one. It is just a quick reminder with some extra info. The extra info on We Can Bring You Hope was just more or less the companies and the books, and I put a face on there just to put a face to it, etc. And then the companies, the finances are just not showing up. It's like Open Corporate says, yeah, I'll just show you quickly, that these are a company, a non-profit, but then when you come over to like the IRS, nothing. We find nothing. When you come onto this page here, who we've successfully used to track and trace Churchill Rescue Squad, Hawkins County Rescue Squad, and all of the advocacy centres, that was successful in bringing up their info. But when you try and bring in We Can Bring You Hope, nil point, nada, zilch. So they're part of the additions too, and then which may provide further questions. But as I said, the way books work and all that, I think it's already should be showing up though, to be honest with you. But I'm prepared to wait until March, April next year, maybe, just to get another little leg of this sort of information, maybe. So yeah, that's what we've been talking about. But then going back to free the plants. Interesting that Stockton was mentioned. Was that where Don saw children being sold, or am I missing something? I tried to find the clip where Don talks about it, but I can't right now. So we can go and help you out with that. I know I've got it. I put about 30 vids up last week though, so I'm going to take... let me just type. Okay. So there's where I phoned the police. That's where I phoned the police on them for them claims. Darn Wells, and then we need to come to this one, I think. Are they in there? I'm going to drop these two in. That's the one with the link, with the, where he's, yeah, right there. This is the compilation. Don Wells. Oh no, no, yeah, watch. Just ignore that one. I never separated. The link still appears to be showing up, but it just doesn't look right. The link still seems to be working, etc. And then this next one. The Stockton, Don Wells. This is just where I called the FBI on him. And then there's the next one. Don Wells reported to FBI for Stockton, California claims. I'm not even sure if they're in there. If they're in there in the vid, sorry, in this one. But yeah, that's them. Whole house end of the strip mall, the gas station, just across. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I think I'm done. But at least everyone knows me, you know, or anyone who stumbles across this, who has done tonight or who will do in future. So yeah, I think that's it. It is. Apart from goodbyes. And my mind's blank. I know there's something else that I want to discuss pretty soon, but I can't think. My mind's got this black hole in when I try and think what it is. But yeah, that's something else will pop up in the next little couple of days. And that was all about Michelle Heilman-Bender and the Lamplight Theatre cult. And We Can Bring You Hope, which is Michelle's company. So this has been Enchanted LifePath TV. I'm going to say good night, or certainly goodbye. Yeah, good night by now to everyone. So Helen, thanks again for making it over, first over. I'll sort mods out on this channel next week, just for more so anyone can drop info in really. Not that we need mob protection, but just for sharing information if anyone wants to drop shit in that lecture. Helen, thank you. Sly One, as always, thank you. Good to see you. Glad you made it over as well. Brenda, thank you for making it. Shiny Snake, as always, good to see you. Another long time supporter of the channel. Brenda, we've just said that. Free the Plants, thank you as well. Free the Plants again. She got Sanpaku eyes. Who's got Sanpaku eyes? That's not white crime, is it? She likes going on about Sanpaku eyes, or is that just an unrelated quote? I can't see white crime talking about free the plants if that's a reference to weed. But again, no, I don't think so, because I can't see white slime saying that. Nope. I'm enormous. Thank you. What was that one? Says, speak clearly, yet he mumbles. I know. That's in relation to the Russian answer machine, which she put in, hello, this is Agent 888. Incorporating a business means turning your sole proprietorship into general partnership into a company formally recognised by your state of incorporation. When a company incorporates, it becomes its own entity. At the end there, I think. YouTuber, hello. Yes, and goodbye, I mean, hello. Andrea as well, thanks for making it. Good to see you as well, Andrea. It has been a while, but it's always good to see you. Why specifically stepchildren, stepdaughter? I love to try that chicken. Can you share the recipe? Crispy Carlock chicken. Is that what I know? Is that what my phone put? Let me have a look. It is. That way I meant to say that. Crispy salt and pepper Carlock chicken. Yeah, salt, pepper, garlic, and what else did I put in? Salt, pepper, garlic. I put a little bit of soy sauce in it. A lot of salt though, and a lot of pepper, and a lot of garlic. You can put a little bit of chilli in if you want, but never today. This is just making me stock as well for now. And then I cook the chicken up a little bit in that with water, create me base and create me stock. And then from them, basically, I just get my chickens out. And later on, when they're all tasty and everything mixed, you can sort of, I get all that stock what I've just made and mix that into some like corn flour, and then goes into the chickens, dip into the corn flour. They get fried for a moment, and that's where the crispy chicken comes from. And then the fried rice, I just boil rice off, and then but like I'll do it the night before or something, mostly just because it's better. But I don't do it. I didn't do that today. I just done it quick today, which reduces the quality of the fried rice. And then when the rice is like all like dried off, when you do it the night before, like left in the pan, like put in the fridge after a few hours when there's no water left in it. That's how you just get the nicest fried rice, and frying that up with, as the usual suspects, your little veg, chopped up a little carrots, a couple of peas, only, like, don't put loads down, don't go overboard with these extra little veggies. I never had spring onion today, so just normal onion, and yeah, just fry the rice up and then put the chicken in at the end when they're done as well. It's pretty easy, to be honest with you, but so nice. But infusing, the way it's just infusing them, yeah, I love it. I eat it all the time, to be honest with you, Sly One. Absolutely love it. And because I don't like chippies, takeaway food, because they're a bit sweaty, I learned how to do it all myself, literally just watching recipes on YouTube. Chinese, Japanese, whatever. Bacon and scrambled egg in my fried rice. Nice. And yeah, just when you just want to put a little bit of egg in, just put an egg in the pan, in another pan, and just beat it up and rip it apart, and that's it. There's your egg fried rice sorted. Yo, good morning, Consensus Observer. Good morning, Vietnam. Good to see you. It's right in at the very end, but you've got a full live stream you can catch up on and watch. Where was I up to with the goodbyes as well? Look, this is what I say, the way they stop you going all the way back. I've seen, yeah, we can be free. We can be free if you're still watching. You was in here. Thanks for making it as well, and goodbye for now. I will sort you out on the other channel as well. Don't worry. Selena Dixon is still here. I was just going to go to you next then as well. You, the other person whose name I was going to say. Look, because this is what happens. It only lets you go so far back. It's like this on the phone as well. So everyone who's watching at the start, and everyone who just like sort of gets into it and then doesn't really comment much while they're listening, or maybe even goes, you don't get to see them. You don't get to go back and complete all your hellos. And that's why. Buying thumbs up, everyone. But yeah, good to see you, Consensus. It is, really is. Sure, Consensus Observers from the very old days on the channel. I always remember that word being somewhere else as well. But if not, though, it still doesn't matter because you've been a good sub on this channel now. Yeah, I think that's it. That's me. I'm done. Still now I'm watching. Thank you, every single one of you. Very much appreciated. And yeah, I'll be back tonight with anything. I'm just going to go to bed now and chill out. But tomorrow, no doubt, so this fucking thing, whatever the fuck it is that I want to talk about. Oh yeah, there's a couple of vids going public on this channel. No sooner, within 30 seconds, a minute of me ending this live stream, there'll be 2 vids going public on here. One you've just watched, one you haven't, one gives you feedback on it, know what you think. It's about Christy Vincent and a couple of strange statements she made. So yeah, this is Enchanted LifePath TV. I'm going to end this one now. Shani, good to see you as well, it really is. And yeah.